Hi, I'm Eugene Yelchin, the author and illustrator of The Genius Under the Table, Growing Up Behind the Iron Curtain, and I'm excited for my book to be included in Camp Candlewick. Originally intended for readers ages 10 to 12, we're now finding that the book is also read by teens and adults. It is a memoir of growing up in the former Soviet Union, a weird hybrid between the diary of the wimpy kid and a portrait of an artist as a young man. It is a real story of a real kid trying to make sense of his place and his family and his country, a world filled with secrets and dangers and spies. Sounds like a heavy subject? No. The book turned out to be funny. I'd love to read you one short chapter, chapter 3, in which my protagonist, me, learns about the Cold War from his brother. Chapter 3. Russia was called the USSR at that time, or the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. If you think the name was long, take a look at an old Soviet map. 1/6 of the world was painted red, just to make the name fit. Those old maps were made to trick our enemies. In case a foreign army invaded us, it would get lost. Lakes and forests on the map were drawn incorrectly on purpose. Rivers flowed in the wrong directions. Mountains were missing. The Soviet borders ran for so many miles that when the sun rose at one end, it was already setting at the other. No matter how vast our borders were, they were so perfectly guarded that nobody could sneak in. Nobody could sneak out either. My brother told me that leaving the USSR for a trip to a foreign country was forbidden unless you were an important government official or had a terrific talent for something. I bet you didn't even know we lived behind the Iron Curtain, Victor said to me once. I pictured a huge curtain made of iron hanging along our borders. Sure I did, I said. What's the Iron Curtain? Not what you think, he said. Victor told me that the Iron Curtain was not a curtain at all, but a bunch of friendly countries along our western borders. To keep our neighbors friendly, Soviet army tanks loaded with ammunition and ready for action was stationed right inside those countries. Our tanks scared everybody, not only our friends, but also those who lived across the ocean, our enemies. It's the Americans, Victor said. It's their fault we live behind the Iron Curtain. Why? I said. We're at war with them now, only it's not a real war, it's mostly talk. That's why they call it a Cold War. But in my opinion, it's not even that cold. It's lukewarm. Why do they call it cold then? Because it's not hot, don't you get it? The Americans and us built so many nuclear bombs, we could blow up each other in seconds. That would be a hot war then. Would you want that? Victor told me that instead of fighting a hot war, our government was carrying out strategic strikes by sending the most talented athletes and dancers to foreign countries to prove to the Americans that we are better than them. I'm going for sure, he said. Going where? To foreign countries. I have a talent for sports. I'll be a figure skating champion. I knew that he would. He had won that competition in Moscow. And that's chapter 3 of The Genius Under the Table. I hope you'll read it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.